Hi scientists, I'm Scientist Taylor, and today we're here to check out Baker's Nook Cafe. Let's go investigate. Hi scientists, I'm Scientist Taylor, and today we're here at Baker's Nook with Jillian Arnold, the owner.
Hello.
Hi. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do here at Baker's Nook?
So we are a breakfast and lunch cafe. So we do breakfast, lunch, and then just a ton of baked goods. We do bread, cookies, salads, baked oatmeal, just kind of a whole handful of items that are delicious.
Why did you choose this career?
I really didn't have a clear decision on, I never was like, oh, I want to own a cafe or I want to bake or cook. I kind of went into a job out of high school, which was great, and kind of ended up in the RV industry for 16 years, which was, a blessing in that matter, but it was not exciting. It was, this excites me, to be creative and to be able to come up with new things and work with a team, to build new food items, and then to support our community and, connect over food and fellowship has just really been an exciting time right now.
What products do you sell here?
Again, it's mostly homemade items. We do breakfast, lunch, and baked goods. We have obviously fountain drinks. We have some buy and sell items from local people like jams and jellies and salsas. Coffees that we get out of Goshen that are really good. Kind of just a mix of homemade, and then we like to kind of buy local and sell if we can too.
I know that you do a lot of baked goods.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what your favorite baked good item is here?
Mine, even before I owned it, was the peanut butter fudgy. It's like a Reese's type peanut butter bar, and if I would have guessed what went into it before I owned it, I would not have guessed those ingredients. So it was kind of fun to see that backside of it after you owned it and got to see the recipe and realize, oh, that's what's in it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Those are also super delicious. Those are one of my favorites.
Yes.
Can you walk me through the process of making a baked good here?
Well, we have a full-time baker and then another gal that does it. So we bake 4 days a week, usually 6 to 8 hours a day. So some of the days, like on Mondays, we just do bread and cinnamon rolls. So it's like an all-day process to get all that done. Like a Danish is a 2-day process. So one girl, starts that one day, and then you have to let it sit and rise, and the next day you're able to twist and finish it. So we have several items like that take 2 days to kind of get the dough right. So it's kind of a mix. They bake all day, and it kind of just a mix of what they're doing depending on the process time.
Is it super important to measure your ingredients?
Yes.
Simple answer.
Yes, I know at home, not always, but when you're baking in these large batches, and just to follow the recipe, it is easy. If you miss one item, it can mess up your whole batch of bread. You forget the yeast, it doesn't rise. I've definitely done that personally too, just when I started. So it's definitely important to take your time, read the recipe, put the proper ingredients in. I mean, a little here and there is not going to matter, but if it's 2 tablespoons and you put 2 teaspoons, it's definitely going to make a difference.
What challenges have you overcome in the bakery so far?
I feel like everything's been pretty positive, so no really bad challenges, but our biggest one has been space. We're, it's a small cafe, and the old owner had a bakery on site at her place, so we've struggled just with space. So we are going to expand our bakery and kitchen in the back, which is exciting, and that'll help us bring more baked goods and more food and and larger catering options that we have. So that's really exciting. So that's a challenge in getting stuff and timing and doing all that, but and while you're still producing and working full day shifts, but it'll be good. And then equipment is run, it breaks down. It's and your products in there. So it's important to have the temperatures and the right, freon in them and things like that, and get them checked properly, kind of scientific, and, making sure those are running properly too. So that would probably be the biggest thing of just learning equipment at a bakery and fridges and freezers and stoves and ovens and things like that.
Jillian, what is your favorite part about being the owner of Baker's Nook?
My favorite part has honestly been the community. The team we have here with the girls has been great to work with, and it's like a big family back there. And then just extending that family out to the regular customers we have and getting to know them and talk about their day and their families has been really exciting.
That sounds amazing.
Yes.
Do you have any advice for young scientists?
I would just say keep creating. Don't get discouraged. Like, what you think might be your path in life might not be your path. So just keep trying to find a passion, you know, whether that be sports or actual science or baking or, you know, office, whatever it is. Just don't stop learning, don't stop creating, and don't trying to find what makes you happy and passionate in life.
I love that. Thank you. Jillian, is there anybody that can show us how to decorate a cookie?
Yes, our lead baker, Cheyenne, is going to show you guys how to roll them out, cut them, decorate them, and talk a little bit about the science that goes into baking cutout cookies.
Awesome. This is Shai. Hi, Shai.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do here at Baker's Nook?
Yeah, of course. I'm a full-time baker here. I make all of our bars, sweetbreads, our yeasty breads, as well as I decorate cookies and do regular cookies as well.
Wow, that sounds fantastic. What are we doing here today?
So I have some cutout cookie dough here, and I was gonna roll it out for you and kind of show you how we do our cutout process.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of flour here, just to keep the dough from sticking to the table, to make it a little bit easier when we get the cutouts going. So I'm just gonna put a little flour on top to keep my rolling pin from pulling up the dough off the table.
Shai, can you tell us why you're wearing gloves right now?
Yes, so in order to protect like our food safety, we like to make sure we're not getting any germs into your food or anything of that sort.
Very nice.
Yep. My dough is a little bit terry here, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more down.
Can you tell us a little bit why you chose baking as a career?
Yes, so I love to create things, and so one of the ways that I find fun, or one of the things I find fun, is making new things and as decorating as well, so yeah.
And it looks like you're making some different shapes. Can you tell us about what you're making?
Yes, so Easter's coming up, so I have a cute little bunny here.
Very nice.
And I have a flower for spring, and I have a little shamrock for
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, yeah.
Absolutely.
So we thought we'd get really fun and creative with those.
Shai, can you tell us a little bit about how you design your dough?
Yes, we mix together flour, sugar, and eggs, and it gives us this combination of dough here. And then we let it sit in the refrigerator one day overnight, just to, you know, kind of harden it up. So it's a little bit easier to work with, and then we'll roll it out the next day and put it into our shapes, and then we go through a baking process. So then we'll bake it off, let it cool, and then we'll decorate them. And then I have some cutouts down here that I previously baked.
Ooh, those look so yummy.
They're ready for us. I'm gonna do a pink bunny here.
Ooh. It looks like you had to mix your frosting.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that a little bit?
So we will make our frosting from scratch here, and then it has to go through a whipping process, and after it's been whipped, we'll add food dye to it. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a challenge getting the right shade, the right color. So
That's
yeah.
beautiful pink color.
I like to go around the edges, so get a good outline. Fill it in. And then I have a little spatula here just to even it out. And then I'm gonna dip this one into these really pretty sprinkles. So here we have this. And then we have a bunny.
Very colorful.
Yes.
So pretty. And I bet it tastes better too.
Yes, I absolutely love our cookies here. I love them fresh out of the oven. They're a great treat on a summer day or a winter day. They go really good with coffee too. And we have some really good coffee here, so you might need to come check that out.
Sometimes scientists, if you can't get your color just right, sometimes you have to add a little bit more frosting. And if it's too light, you add more of your food coloring. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. And don't be discouraged if, the right shade doesn't happen. Sometimes if you want a darker shade, you can add a little bit of brown or black. If you want a brighter shade, you can add more frosting. Yep.
Is there a specific science that you have to do to get your cookies the right consistency?
Yes, so when we are rolling the dough out, if we get too much flour, they will fall apart. And if we don't get enough flour, they will fall apart as well. So you kind of have to feel out the dough and just, I feel like sometimes the dough can be a little moody, whether it's gonna be soft or if it's gonna be hard to work with. So that's always kind of fun, feeling that out.
And just like baking, science is also not perfect, and sometimes you have to try again.
Right.
And that's just exactly what Shai just said.
Sometimes you have to learn from your mistakes, especially when we make other products here. If you don't add the right ingredients or you get too much of one ingredient, it will flop your recipe and you'll have to try it again. Speaking from experience.
Sure.
So, okay. Here we have a shamrock.
Very good.
Yep.
All right, scientists. I just want to say a big thank you to Shai for showing us how to create our cookies, and we hope to see you soon.